The second biggest problem on mental health disturbances is getting adult. It's mature yourself. And the first one is in the last video, check it out. But the second biggest problem that gives us all this, what do I call disturbances, is basically anxiety, everything involved in anxiety, everything involved in depression, which we called neurosis. And those are not mental diseases per se as itself, but it's different. And I will tell you right now. So the main problem here is we lost everything in our society, in our family, that will bring up this, that will make us grow up in a certain period of our age, which can be sometimes a lot of pressure, and we'll get ourselves traumas that will create the neurosis itself. And that's the magic that we need to do in our lives to advance. At the same time, we are not getting traumas along the way. So what is that all about? So when you grow up, everything happens, and sometimes you will not take that very well. You'll get a trauma. With that trauma, and without you impossibilitated from growing, keep flowing your life, you will be stuck. You'll put a rock on this river flow, and it will start drowning the surroundings, and we'll get back. That's what we call when the energy of your life moving forward now has been interrupted, and now it's coming back. So you start getting these old traumas in your life. You start blaming your parents, blaming a lot of things, while you should just understand that you need to take that rock from this river so it can flow again. So we need to you need to channel that energy back to reality. Okay, it's not so simple, because when you get traumas, these fantasies, you even create traumas that didn't exist. It's very common, but you believe that 100% sure it happened. So you start getting lost, and you need to take that rock. You need to understand the path that you went in order to take that energy back to reality, and then put that energy back to a certain project, to a certain thing they were avoiding. And it happens a lot of times. It depends on the personality, and you can have the same situation, and someone will get very good, and the other will get traumas and will get stuck with this neurosis. Our society doesn't have more rituals and a lot of stuff that we had in the past in order to make us going straight, going forward. So because maturity is not a matter of age, of course, when you are 15, 13, but after 20 years old, after 18 years old, it's not a matter of age anymore. You have old people that never ever matured enough. And of course, if it can make you better, and if you don't have problems, that's fine. But that's not the case most of the times. You start getting neurosis, anxiety, depression, a lot of these failed diagnoses about ADHD, low levels of autism, bipolar disorders, borderline. A lot of things that we call today are not essentially diseases of your mind. Of course, if it's on a high level, it's a disease. If it's on a low level, it's a disturbance. And it's very well documented, but we lost that wisdom as well. We lost that knowledge. Why do we not mature? Why some people just cannot be adults enough? I mean, what's about being adult? It's have the freedom for yourself to do what you want for your life and take some responsibilities, and do not forget about your infancy, about your childhood, which is important. You can keep playing, but now you have to be sighted for a more mature path, and that means you get a job, you create something, you start contributing to society, that kind of stuff. Nowadays, it's very hard. We have video games a lot, we have a lot of distractions, entertainment, and you don't have rituals anymore that will make you grow up in a certain period of time. So it's all by yourself, and everybody else is trying to infantilize you. So it's very hard now. It's an individual battle with this notion. That's the first part of your life. On your 20s and starting your 30s, you should make yourself in a position where you are very solid on life. You create something you are working on, you are moving, you are studying, you know what you want, you have some maturity, you have responsibilities. That's the most important thing. I don't mean by that you need to be conservative, that you need to be closed to new experiences, etc. Just saying you need to take some responsibilities. And you can start with your room, as Jordan Peterson always says, but you need to put a stop on it, because you are regressing this energy to your childhood because something happened in the present and every day that you just are avoiding because maybe it's too hard for you. Your perception of it is that it's too hard for you. So you need to work that out. You can do that on therapy. You can do that watching these kind of videos. You can do that reflecting by yourself, writing, but you need to understand what's going on. If I have more than 18 years old or more than 20 years old, why can I not be an adult? Why can I take responsibilities? Why do I run from it every time? It's not what you do, it's why you do it. So sometimes you have a lot of people that travel a lot, doesn't want to have kids, doesn't want to get married, doesn't have a religion. That's not the most important part. It's not what you do, it's why you do it. So why do you do this kind of stuff? You are running from something, or are you looking for something? That's the most important thing. You don't need to have all of your aspects of your life ready. You don't need to get married before your 30s. It's not about that. It's about getting mature. It's becoming an adult, having responsibilities, and you take it. You don't just do it, give it to your mom, give to your dad, or give to the state, give to society. You take for you, like, I need to do that. I'm responsible for that. Not in a serious way. In a case that if I don't do it, something bad will happen. That's maturity. And when you cannot do that on your 20s, you start getting neurotic, a lot of anxiety, you lost your energy, you don't know how to do, so you wake up, you don't have energy, and you think that's just your routine. And the routine is just it's a symptom of a cause that's much deeper, which is your energy, your mind energy. Your mind's energy is going back because you found something in front that's impeding you. You got lost, or you got afraid, and you're taking steps back. When I'm saying you, I'm saying your mind. You are not the only owner of your mind, which is very important for you to understand. So you take all this, you carry all this suffering, but you have to know that there is something inside you that are trying to connect to something that's deeper. That's the part of your life. The second part of your life will be more, now that you have responsibility, now you're looking inside because you can trust you. And then when you look inside, you will find something very deeper, very different from where you're just trying to work that out in your life, because that's what you got to do. Sometimes a lot of people run from responsibilities trying to find themselves. But again, it's not what you do, it's why you do it. So I cannot tell you that if you do that, you'll be running or you'll be confronting. It depends on why you do it. So that's the second most important thing to understand. The first one is the lack of God as a psychological concept. And the second one is about we run from responsibilities worldwide, Western societies mostly. And when we run from traumas, we run from aspects of our life that we can find that difficult to do, but somehow we need to confront it and we need to win from it. We need to take that stone so the river goes back flowing down so your life can do that. And sometimes it's very hard because you're regressing your energy a lot. So we need to find that problem, take that energy back, and then channel it to something that will be in the present. Then we'll start flowing again, and we'll find maybe a lot of times you need to find a third option between two opposites, which most people are just suffering from it. When you got confronted with two options and you take the first or the second, you suffer because you are much more complex than you believe, than you think. But that's another subject for another video. Glad you like it. Consider subscribing. See you soon.